Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. I know it's been a while, but hopefully everyone's been doing well. I've been keeping busy, family, life, yada, yada, yada. So what we're going to do today is I got a couple new products here. Kind of some must-have upgrades when you are driving a Ford Focus RS and even a Ford Focus ST. So what it's going to be is we have a new clutch spring adapter and perch, and then we have a gas pedal spacer. So what we're going to do today, because we got to break it up and maximize the content, we are going to leave that spring for another day, but we're going to do the brake pedal spacer. So let's get into the car and show you why I'm going to be putting on this spacer. So if you guys can see, that gas pedal is pretty far back. So clutch, brake, and you can see the gas pedal. It was probably about, I want to say, 1.5 inches. That might be a little bit dramatic, but maybe like, let's just say like a full inch behind the brake pedal. So even when you press down the brake pedal, you're gonna press it down super hard and swing that foot over. So unless you're tracking it, you don't really come across that much pressure on your brake pedal, especially when the vehicle is running. So what's going to happen is this brake pedal spacer is going to bring this up to be more in line. So during regular driving and braking, you'll be able to kind of just roll your foot over and blip the throttle. So as usual, anything that I get, I will put a link down below in the description. A lot of times I'll find my parts on eBay through a discounted price, vendors trying to, get rid of some backed up inventory. So before I show you which one I got, there are two premier, well, not premier, but there are two favored versions of the gas pedal spacer. One is made by Steed, the other one is made by Mishimoto. The differences are pretty drastic as far as what they're capable of. The Mishimoto is just simply, it maintains the position of the pedal, and it literally does exactly what it is. It spaces it away from the firewall, and then and lifts it up parallel to the brake pedal, like I said. The Steed, however, the Steed has a track built onto it. So not only does it raise it and push it forward, but it also allows you to slide it back and forth on a track before you do your final bolt down. Myself, I'm heavy footed, and I personally don't want something that's controlling, my gas, moving around on me. Especially, when I'm by myself, I tend to do some aggressive driving, and my kids, they like to hear the pops and bangs. So every once in a while, I give it a little blip, so the kids can enjoy it too. The last thing I want is my gas pedal sliding around on me, for whatever reason, because I hit a bump or everything backs off. I know you can put Loctite on it and whatnot to probably keep that bolt from backing off, but there's just something about a bolt sitting on a track to something that should be stationary that doesn't sit well with me. So as you guys can see, I got the Mishimoto spacer. So this is obviously the gas pedal spacer. It comes with your hardware bolts, and then it comes with these adapters. So these adapters are going to be how you're able to bolt this on. So let's get into the car and show you what's up. So underneath the car, we've got your 1 and then 2 10mm bolts. It's kind of tight to get any kind of an impact in there or like a driver. So I've got my wobble head extension. I'm gonna get those off and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, bolts are off. This slides down. There is a clip right on top of here. So right up there on top. Hold on, my light's dying. There's your clip to get it off. So, okay, so normal gas pedal sensor release, you know, just pushing the clip up top here and it pops right off. So now to get this lined up, all right, so it may seem simple, but just in case, all right, so here is the spacer. That bottom bulge is going to go towards the bottom, and you know it lines up correctly because back here you have that little cross notch on the top, and then you've got the little peg right there on the bottom as well. Those line up on there. So, and there's minimal sliding and movement, and then you have the holes that line up perfectly on the spacer, and then this sits flush. Now if you think you want to have it the other way, you can't. You see, you can't. It's all crooked and jacked up, and the holes don't line up anywhere. So next step that we're going to do is we need to take your extension brackets. So these little metallic, right? You're going to screw them onto bolt stud 1 and bolt stud number 2, okay? You're going to thread those on. Just hand tight, and then that will be what your spacer rests on. So I'll get the other ones done, I'll get the spacer put in place, and then I'll be right back. All right, so there we go. So you see the top one is hanging on, this one is at the bottom, it's in that gap, but once you have it bolted down, it's not going to go anywhere, okay? So you'll be able to bolt it down, and then the pressure up at top will keep that from swinging around. So I'm going to go get the gas pedal. I'm going to reconnect it. Just be careful as you're connecting this that you don't pinch your wire harness, because as you can see, that wire harness moves around when you pull on this. Right back. All right, we're all in, we're bolted back up. So the 2 bolts that are going to go in, okay, right here, these are 10mm bolts as well, okay? Definitely get them hand started, because it's really like kind of difficult, especially on the top one, to get it lined up like on the first try. So you definitely want to have one hand supporting it at the bottom if you can, because for some reason, as this is hanging, you can't get the bottom one started until the top one is in, unless maybe I'm just that uncoordinated. But anyway, now you can see how much further up the gas pedal is from before. Much closer. So now when I press the brake, look at where the gas pedal sits. So now, now you'd be able to kind of put your foot on the edge, and roll over. Or, if you got like a wider foot, you can come and bang it real quick. Or, if you got some weird kind of an amphibian ankle, you can kick and swing your foot over. So there is a little bit of wiggle, but nothing different from last time. And like I said, those plastic notches that line up with the bracket keep it from moving. Okay, so we're good to go, baby. Race mode on. So yeah, maybe get a pillow for like your side, because you're leaning upside down, and it's starting to rain out here, so I'm gonna get back inside before I get drenched. Wrench Daily.